And so my public persona is blogger, presenter, things of that nature. My private is I love to talk about hip hop and basketball and my family. Everybody needs to know that. It's not your business. So to answer your question, it's really what you're comfortable with. But what you have to be mindful of, and it is a slide and be a little bit, probably a couple slides down, people don't always want to be sold. You're in the commercial real estate business, right? If every post that you're posting on social media is always talking about this commercial space that you have, people gonna start ignoring you. That's all you want to talk about, there's nothing to talk about. And the other thing that you want to keep an eye on, when we talk about Facebook, and you'll start to notice that, I've got, I don't know what the latest number, 22,000, 2,500 friends on Facebook, whatever the number may be. But generally, I'm gonna see most of the same people commenting and responding to most of my posts. Does anybody understand why that is? Yes, ma'am.
Isn't because if you don't follow somebody, after a while, the algorithms of Facebook and things like that, you will stop seeing their information until you go back onto their page and like something, comment or whatever. So people that are consistently on your page are usually the ones that are seeing your feed, are actually seeing your updates.
That's the great Cliff Notes version. You're right. I did a blog post on this about 3 years ago, and of course it's changed since then, where Facebook said specifically, if you saw every post someone made at any given time that's in your Facebook friends, it'd be 1,500 posts at a time that would be there. It's impossible for us to keep up with that, right? So what Facebook does with these algorithms, they say, you like Johnny. Johnny likes the Lakers, you like the Lakers. Y'all like to go back and forth talking about the Lakers, or he's a Celtics fan, you're a Lakers fan. So y'all like to go back and forth, right? So every time Johnny posts something about how he hates the Lakers, you're gonna see that. Because what you gonna do? What do you mean? I'm a Lakers fan, I'm a Celtics fan. They like to see that type of engagement. But you look at it and say, when you do an audit of your stream, you start saying, why am I always talking to Johnny about the Lakers? Right? And so sometimes if there's other people, other subject matter, things that you're interested in, you do have to be proactive in that. The other thing that you have to keep in mind is that Facebook's major medium way of making money is through ads. And maybe, once again, getting back to that passive aggressiveness, right? You get on, you like to skip your ads, you take your favorite program and take it. Gen X, right? You DVR your favorite show, and you want to fast forward through the ads, right? Because you don't want to see ads. Facebook says, okay, I hear you. We're going to give you what we think you're going to respond to because you went to Amazon and you looked at those shoes, you didn't buy it, and all of a sudden that same shoe's popping up on you. Right? This is scary, they saw me. And here's other thing that's going on. Here's other thing that's going on with this you may not understand. There was, I think it was about 2 or 3 days ago, I don't know if you saw this or not, about 2 or 3 days ago, Facebook put out an ad in which they're actually, they're kicking some developers out of their store because they're actually tracking our activity within their apps. And they're supposed to disclose to you what they're doing, and they're not. And so Facebook says, okay, because they got all these privacy issues and Cambridge Analytica and all this stuff, they gotta act like they care. They really don't. But they gotta act like they care. Or all of a sudden they tell people, you got 24 hours, tell people that you're tracking them, or we'll kick you out of the store. It's creepy, it is what it is. This is the life we live in. Unless you're gonna walk around with tape over the camera on your phone, and you're gonna, this is the life we live in. This is the world we live in, right? But we wanna make sure we can maximize the way that we can make this world work for us.
One more point about that.
Yes.
To your point, so a lot of you who are entrepreneurs are also, you are a personal brand, and sometimes your business is your brand for a good minute until you grow, right? And so the good thing about being consistent with your personal brand, you may have opportunities to speak or present or whatever. It may not necessarily do with your business. You may not want that funnel to your business. It may have nothing to do with that. So the point of being consistent about your personal brand is that it allows you to pivot. It allows you to have some flexibility for the things that don't quite flow with your business, is not quite aligned with what your business does, but maybe your personal brand can. So that's why it's important to be consistent on both. Your personal brand, try to have the same handle. My personal is Miss ADSOA, you can follow, there's nothing there you can't see. I did that on purpose. And same thing with my business, the ADS agency, it's the same everywhere. If you can do that, that's golden because it helps your people remember you and it makes it easier for you too. Your business card has one thing on it.
Did we answer your question?
And you were saying that we're sitting here in Atlanta, and of course, Miss ADS here wants to pick on Coca-Cola.
We know Coke would do this, but if they did.
But these are some of the different brands, but you know, when you're an iconic brand like Coca-Cola, you know that you can kind of play with your brand a little bit, but you see absolutely the Black enterprise, they're being very consistent. Let's talk about your cover photo.
Cover photos are another great place to be consistent. So this is something when you look up Black Enterprise right now, they're pushing one event on all of their platforms. It's very consistent. So their profile image is the same everywhere, easy to recognize, easy to spot. And the cover photo is the same image and you're getting the same message. So no matter where you see them, no matter where they're hitting, you're getting the same consistent imagery and messaging everywhere you go.
Well, what's different? No, well, that too, but what's different with these four?
The logo and the shape.
The size. Please, please, please stop taking the same flyer and putting it across all mediums.
Yeah.
You need to have someone resize those for you. Okay? That's something that's very, very important because if you take this one and you put it here, it's gonna cut their faces off. And your messages are not gonna be there. It looks very unprofessional. There are people out here like, you know, there's something, if you go to my website,
We do that for you, we'll build them all for you in all the different sizes. That's really, really important, guys. And even if you look at this, unfortunately, it is what it is. You still have to get this build. If we go on our Instagram feed, there's gonna be another one for Instagram because it's a different size. Everything has a different size. Pinterest, YouTube, Eventbrite, everything is a different size. So you gotta make sure you're building a different size.
We gotta fly through some of these because we have limited time, so. Go ahead again. That's the same point. Take advantage of that consistent space or your messaging and your imagery. This is my sister. I have to give her a shameless plug because I knew she was coming. So, stand up for 2 seconds. That's my sister. Say hello.
Hi, sister.
She is Nicole Smith, but her business is Charlie Rocks, which is business. It's like jewelry and handmade purses. So she's a mompreneur. She's a teacher in education by day, but this is like her passion business on the side. Charlie Rocks. And the reason why I bring it up is for messaging and bios. So does your bio have to be cookie cutter the same across all platforms? It doesn't. But should you have the same similar voice? Should you sound like the same company wherever I interact with you from? Absolutely. So something here quickly that I love that she does is she says bringing the sparkle back. It's almost like her little key tag. You have little markers yourself. Bringing the sparkle back. Bringing the sparkle back. Rock on mama. That's something she says a lot. Hashtag rock on mama. Bringing the sparkle back. Very consistent, a consistent flow and theme. It's not hitting you in the face, but it's always the same consistent voice. Please get this loud. Okay, so the importance of visuals, very quickly. 50% of your brain is active in visual processing. We are visual people all day. We will look at this slide and see this beautiful artsy looking brain first, before we read all the text associated with it. About photography, I have to say this. You can't even see this lovely lady on this picture, but she is lovely. The lighting is not doing her any good. Whoever's camera phone frame that she had to get to take this picture of her, not good.
First of all, that was taken with a Polaroid. Look at that bow.
That could still be in style today. I was back. But this was on Instagram. I'm not gonna tell you the account or how to find it, but there's nothing wrong with the model. There's nothing wrong with the concept of the picture. It's all the lighting, there was no thought to the background, there was no thought to the location. It's not a decent camera, whoever took it has a horrible eye, versus you can't even see how gorgeous this is over here, but it's clearly so much better. The lighting's very thoughtful, it's a planned background and location, you have an excellent camera, the photographer has a beautiful eye. So don't negate the power of that photography. You do get what you pay for. Just because somebody says they're a photographer does not mean they're great. The end.
Pixelated. I'm just looking at the things that are wrong. So here's what happened. Here's what happened in this situation. This person went to Google and they said, I'm just gonna grab this picture and I'm just gonna drag it into my presentation, not looking at the size, not looking at the pixelization. And they said, okay, well, it's cool. And it's not cool. It's not. There are resources out there where you can get these type of stock images and get them in whatever resolution that you need. Here's the other thing. Getty, I've had this happen to me before. Getty will send you a bill. If you grab images you're not supposed to be using, Getty will send you a bill. So understand that is something you have to be mindful of as well. You don't want to get sued by Getty.
Pixabay is good. Pixabay has good free pictures, and Shutterstock has good low programs for pictures.
Here's the challenge though, it's an opportunity for the creators in the room. There are not enough stock images out there of African American people. There's not enough. And so, and it's something that I've actually been thinking and toying with in my mind. All these photographers are taking all these great pictures. You need to start licensing out those images so people can use them in their marketing, because it's ridiculous. Sometimes when I go about finding, like I can look at it and say, okay, that was taken in 1996. Okay, that's a picture when everybody's rocking bald heads because of Jordan. No, now it's time to update.
Main point on this is try not to be too text heavy on Instagram in particular.
Because any one of these images can look good by itself. On Facebook, if you post it by itself, it looks good, it gets a message across. But when you post them all together on Instagram, it looks cluttered. Instagram is a visual space. So you need to be mindful of that. It's okay to have a couple of things with text on it, but don't make it super text heavy, okay? And please watch grammatical errors. It says, it's not about how much earn, but how much you keep.
How much you keep.
Here's the other thing. How many people in here ran ads on Facebook before? About half the room. For the folks who, none of this would be clear to run on Facebook as an ad. Facebook is very big on the fact that there's too much text on your ad, it will be rejected. For whatever reason, they want you to put more text actually in the body of it, which actually is better, because if you put all your text in the image and there's no text in the body, people can't find you. They can't put a searchable and a hashtag because you got a hashtag in the image and it's not in the actual post, they're not gonna find you. So it's actually a good deal they had there in front of that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so the main point with this is,
I think in business, we're very tempted to just sell out the gate because we gotta make money. We're here to make revenue. We gotta get it out there. However, this is also a relationship. How many of you know that this is relationship building too? I would not walk up to you in person in real life, never introduce myself and say, hey, buy my social media package right now for $99. You would be like, please, unless you want to talk to me. So, wrong. Selling is an art both on and offline.
This generation doesn't like to be sold, especially millennials.
They can't stand you trying to push something down their throat. And so that's why you see a lot of, when we go back a few slides before, this here, that's the millennial way of selling stuff. They want you to be able to peer into what they're doing. So let's just say this one, she's a creative arts person. You know,
she wants you to understand that this is supposed to make you feel like she's really good at what she does. But if she stands there and the same thing, and she's got a computer in her hand, an iPad, and say, hey, I make websites. It's not going, that's not the way this generation likes to be sold to. So the point in that, and what Andrew was just saying, is that,
Yes, we are all selling. We're in the business of making money, but you just have to be very strategic and have, if you, and here's the other thing, I always take this example. Anybody can go to the barber store or go to the beauty supply store and buy a pair of wall clippers. I got a pair of wall clippers at the house, but I do not cut my own hair. Because I like a nice fresh line. And I can't do that by myself. Here's my point. There are things that I'm very good at, and the things that I'm not very good at, I pay other people to do it. Please stop putting raggedy ads out there. You're gonna be wasting it. Here's the thing, the stuff that is gonna take you weeks to do or hours to do, a creative like the two of us can do it in minutes. And have you ready to go. Yes, sir.
I'm a TV producer. I'm producing a docu-series right now on technology. Started out in Silicon Valley. I'm in Atlanta now. The things that I run into as a creator and the owner of a black business, from social media, things that I run into. If I come to you and I'm a business owner, you're great at what you do. You're great at what you do, social media. But a black business owner can't spend $1,500 or $1,000 to create advertisement for their business. Most black business owners can't spend that kind of money. So are we creating memberships? How do we reach someone like you and be able to, the majority of us in the room, how do we reach the marketing that you do for a reasonable price?
I don't turn business down. Let's start there. But I'll be honest with you. If you come to me and say, I got $10 this week, let's go have lunch. Right? My point is that, and then that's a whole different conversation about what we have and what we don't have, because we as black folks, we have money for what we want to have money for. Right? But we have to learn how, but I get your point. One of the issues with black business is that we're undercapitalized.
Right.
There are strategies you can do. You know, I know people who've grown their social media by spending $20 a week. That's just not eating out a day.
Right.
So we just have to, I get what you're saying, and I respect that.
I'm spending about $1,000 on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm doing it with a couple of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, but most of my friends, they can't. And so.
Well, there's ways that you can be collaborative. There's also, you know, we're very much an influencer state. Find influencers, depending on what space that you're in.
Okay.
Sometimes, just because you're doing something that an influencer likes, they may reshare, you know, there's different ways we talk about that. There's different ways we didn't have any time to put a slide up here about influencers, but there's ways to be able to shape your particular posts and the things that you're talking about. And of course, you can do things organically. If you got a strong following yourself and you got past work that's been successful, just be out there and be consistent, which is something we talked about early on. The more consistent you are, the more people are engaged with what you're talking about, the less it's gonna cost you, right? It's gonna be more effective. And it'll show you when you do your research on the back end, when you look at your insights, you gotta understand who you're trying to reach. If you got a film that's doing a documentary on Heavy D, don't go out there and put an ad campaign out there for 18 to 25-year-olds.
Yeah, right.
Because it's gonna show you, it costs you a whole lot more to reach that individual because it didn't make sense to them,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, you said something interesting. You said millennials do not like to be sold to. Is there a reason for that? Is there areas of change in purchasing, psychological change in purchasing? So is there a reason, what is the reason for that, if you know? And then what influenced the change from somebody who is older, where you can sell directly to them, and then us who are saying, no, we don't want you to sell to us, we want you to sell.
How old are you?
30.
Okay.
You don't know a time when there was only 3 television stations. You don't know a time where you only had 1 black radio station in the city that you lived in. You don't know a time when you actually went to your news and picked up a newspaper and opened it up, and that's how you got your news. My point is that you guys have grown up in digital, you're digital natives where there's no limit to the type of information and the amount of information you can have access to. You can live in a silo. I have a podcast called Life Full Circle Radio. And the reason why particularly the way I produced it was because I felt we were getting to a place where we are, it's so magnified now, where if you don't like nothing but reality TV, there are people who don't watch nothing but reality TV. You can't tell them, perfect example. People ain't got to do nothing but Google and no good and doggone where there's no wall being built in the Rio Grande River. But Donald Trump got right up there in front of those people in El Paso, Texas, a couple of days ago and said, we're building that wall, it's happening. The people in El Paso, it's not happening. He's lying to y'all, but they don't care. So my point is this, the reason why millennials are tougher to sell to is because you have so many more options. You don't have to, you can't just go to, and here's the reason why the Super Bowl, for example, is so valuable. Live sports is really the only thing that's left that you can get a large mass group of people to tune in at that time, not DVR, and get a message in front of them in that moment. Other than that, nothing else is even close.
Okay,
Sure.
If we are raising so much media, and you're saying that is the reason for not wanting to be sold to, and how do you, or do you re-raise and educate, or how do you go about turning a specific audience to, how you go about marketing to a specific audience?
Right, so, because we're running close to on time, and I get what you're hitting.
Or creating something in that audience to where they want it, where you can market to them the way you want to make it.
So great question. That is part of the reason why the influencer culture is so strong right now. If you love Drake, Drake's gonna put on a sweatshirt, that sweatshirt's gonna sell. But if just a model gets up there and dances around and says this is the best sweatshirt since sliced bread, he's gonna sell some, but it's not gonna sell nearly as much as if Cardi B or Taylor Swift or an influencer who you believe in. So that particular person's community, and those communities don't have to be that large. There are communities that are right here in Atlanta of rappers that I ain't never heard of. But I'll go to their Instagram and they got 1 million followers. Like, who is this person?
So you said celebrities still hold the power of persuasion.
Sure, people influencers. It doesn't have to necessarily be celebrities, it's influencers. It's that people who have the ability to influence, yes.
Is that worth it to buy a promotion on social media to promote either your page or your post?
Yes, it depends on what you're trying to promote. And it'll ask you those specific questions. If you're just trying to get more
Like-
followers, but if you have a specific, here's the thing. Social media is great for the fashion industry. I know you're in the fashion industry.
Yes.
Social media is great for fashion. It's absolutely, I know we're getting close on time. Okay, this is a good example. This is a client of mine that, they are producing a Marvin Gaye musical, shameless plug. They're coming to Atlanta, June, I think. So this brother right here is gonna play Marvin. Pretty good, look like Marvin, right? So when we drop this, can y'all get to the kind of direction of Mike? When we drop this, based on this particular client's Facebook community, the women went crazy. Women went crazy. So, but other posts we have, very nice looking women, hardly nothing. Told me immediately that this community is primarily women, so that's who we're gonna have to use to promote. But this is one I wanted you guys talking about fashion. This is an event that we produced here recently. And Sean Ross is an international model. This was done at the High Museum of Art. Strictly done on social media, and this event was very well attended. Okay, you can't really hear it. But this is a piece that we produce. So point being, yes, so for in your industry, for the beauty industry, for cosmetics, great. All right, so we have to start wrapping up. Our time has gotten tight here. Let's see if I can get back to it.
At noon 30 minutes,
Here you go.
I don't know if this is used at all. However,
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to, please tweet us, Instagram us. We have a couple prizes we hope to give away. I think there's door prizes later, so we'll add ours in the mix. Yes.
If you need real life, stock photos,